Hello everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, I hope you enjoy this legal education channel, and today will be the day I earn that subscription. For today's story, we're discussing David Dobrik, a YouTuber who is being sued for $10 million. This is an ongoing lawsuit and relates to some personal injury stuff. So we're going to cover an article relating to this and what is going on, so let's go ahead, let's get started with this. YouTuber Jeff Wittek is suing David Dobrik after he sustained serious injuries in an accident in 2020. Wittek is seeking $10 million in damage for Dobrik, who is 25, for general negligence and willful tort. Wittek, who is 32, publicly blasted his former boyfriend and a member of the Vlog Squad in the members leading up to the lawsuit. They call themselves the Vlog Squad. Okay. In June 2020, Wittek suffered facial and skull injuries in a near-death accident while swinging from a rope attached to an excavator operated by Dobrik in a Utah lake. This does sound like a lawsuit waiting to happen, yes. Wittek, Dobrik, and several friends had shot a video for Dobrik's YouTube channel to mark his return to the platform after a hiatus during the pandemic. Further allusions to a potential lawsuit are emerging. Foreshadowing. A video of Jeff Wittek's accident shows David Dobrik suddenly stopping the excavator. In Wittek's legal filings, he claims Dobrik spun the machine at an unsafe speed before stopping. In the video, Wittek hits the machinery, which he caused a multitude of injuries. One that witnesses the accident described the damages in documentation Wittek later released, saying his whole side of his face was just open. The accident would require Wittek to perform at least 9 surgeries to repair damages to a face. Well, that is pretty serious. I mean, in terms of injury, yeah. The social media star also claimed he almost went blind in one eye, almost died, and had some brain injury. This all sounds very plausible. He's basically at a rope swing that's being held by a bucket on a machine, right? The excavator, and the excavator turns, and so the rope swing turns. And the machine stops turning. As we know from our basic physics, however, just because the thing stops turning doesn't mean the rope stops turning. So the rope keeps turning, and apparently he slams into the excavator, causing fairly significant damages. Okay. After the accident, Wittek appeared to improve his friendship with Dobrik. Okay. Wittek even said Dobrik agreed to pay his medical bills, and the pair were spotted together online. However, recent events suggest that the barber turned YouTuber is no longer on speaking terms with his former boyfriend. That is sad. Jeff Wittek announced that he's completely cut off ties with David Dobrik. After Wittek underwent another operation to repair the injury in February, Wittek unfollowed Dobrik on social media and went public with his negative feelings towards the View's hosts. Doing a live stream in February, Wittek said he was done with Dobrik, saying, "I'm done being friends with this MFer." After Wittek underwent another operation to repair injuries in February, Wittek unfollowed Dobrik on social media and then went public with his negative feelings towards the View's host. During the live stream in February, Wittek said he was done with Dobrik, saying, I'm done being friends with this MFer. He also claimed that Dobrik failed to pay some of the promised bills, damaging Wittek's credit rating. He later pulled his comedy set from an upcoming video hosted by Vlog Squad member Jason Nash over disagreements over Dobrik's involvement. In another video, Wittek further explained that he was particularly upset after seeking footage of Dobrik in an unreleased documentary. Wittek claims that Dobrik apparently blamed him for the accident in the clip. David Dobrik apologized to Jeff Wittek's eye injury in a March podcast. "The Jeff thing is the worst," he said on one of his episodes. "That day is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I'd do anything to reclaim that day. I'm shivering. It's the most unfortunate thing of all is an accident. That was it. I want to make clear, there's never a world when I want to have that happen to a person. I was never up there driving that thing wanting to hurt someone. That's good. If you wanted to do it, that's what we call intentionality, and it's a whole different level. If you did it, without due care, that's what we call negligence." So, yeah. Dobrik showed a message from Wittek suggesting doing the stunt, saying he was reluctant to take 150% responsibility as it was a joint decision. You can't take 150% responsibility. You can only take 100% responsibility. That mathematically is by definition the most that you can possibly take. Great. David denied not paying Jeff's medical bills. Both Dobrik and his assistant claimed that they pay every bill Wittek's team sent them, but suggested Wittek had failed to notify them of all the payments. Dobrik also acknowledged he wasn't the best communicator and says he should have spoken up more often. "I'm so damn sorry it happened, but there's no turning back." The popular YouTuber found himself in hot water in April 2021 when he claimed that he had coerced a woman into sexual activity with a member of his vlog team, David Durut Dom. The woman claimed she was R-word by Durut Dom after Dobrik provided her with alcohol and filmed her entering a bedroom with him. After these allegations spread, more information came to light, revealing that Dobrik was also responsible for the serious injury to Wittek while filming one of the vlogs in summer 2021. So, my friends, that brings us to the end of this discussion about David Dobrik being sued by Jeffrey Wittek for this accident, in which you can see an image from basically the accident. You see him being held up by this excavator on a rope swing, and then the excavator turns, and then it stops turning, and of course, momentum being a thing, he continues to move and apparently then hits the excavator, which is a nice hard object, and suffers serious injury, which we can see some photographs that would seem to reflect that. And he wants to sue for damages relating to this injury, which seems perfectly plausible. $10 million seems a little much, but you can definitely sue for all the medical expenses and for, any related harms that befell him and any loss of income. So he's entitled to some kind of compensation, I would imagine, because his guy's behind the wheel, as it were, and seems to be responsible, at least in part. The only way you can get past that is by trying to argue some sort of assumption of risk theory. So I guess they're going to try for that in the court and see how that goes. But that's what's happening. So depending on whether or not people are interested in the story, we may cover more. But at least for a moment, that brings us to the end of discussion of this tale. Thank you so much for being part of the Uncivil Law family. If you enjoyed this legal education content, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. We appreciate your continuing support. Until later, my friends, cheers and goodbye.